Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devil Sunday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. And Scotty's Michael J. Fox Studios out in Beverly Hills, California. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils lose a heartbreaker tonight in a shootout to the Nashville Predators at the Rock. 3-2. Lots to go over, Scotty. Life support, Scotty, is what we were saying.
Life support is true. If there is any that can still be supplied to the Devils, it's, we've talked about it needing a miracle on top of a miracle on top of a miracle. So now you're saying that the Devils have to win out and they need some teams to lose out, which.
We're a vegetable right now. I'll just say it.
We are not in good standings right now. The best thing might be for this team to maybe be a spoiler to the Flyers and to the Islanders come down at the end of the season. But let's talk about it. Game number 78. And in game number 78, we finally got the last back-to-back for this team on the season. No Big Mac, no John Marino. Curtis Lazar is now officially out for the season. Game started out with Kaapo Kähkönen in net against UC Saros. Shane Bowers is in the lineup. Brian Hallinan is in the lineup as well. Will that make a difference? It kind of did a little bit. But let's get to it. And this game started off with a bang. Just a minute 49 into it. Jack Hughes, jumping Jack Flash. Gentlemen, Jack gets on the board with the Hughes. The classic Hughes shot over here. Jack Hughes coming up the wing and shoots high, far side. We've seen that so many times because the majority of people are going to go near side. Jack shoots to the opposite side. You have to have that pinpoint precision and accuracy with it. And he gets it done to get his 27th goal of the year to put the Devils on top 1-0. $1:49 into it. And congratulations to his brother Luke, who gets the primary 36 assists. But that puts him at 45 points for the year, which breaks the record set by Will the Butcher a couple seasons back. Luke Hughes now has the single-season Devils rookie defenseman point record. So congratulations to our boy Luke. And Jesper Bratt gets the assist. He is climbing up that ladder as well, looking to tie on the forward side, I believe. I think Jack Hughes has the most last year with 56 assists. In a season. Jesper Bratt now has 54. Scott Stevens has the all-time Devils record with 60. Is it 60? Is it 61, 62? Somewhere around there. The low 60s. I don't know off the top of my head. But I know Scotty, the captain, old dad, he's got the all-time Devils assist record for a season. And then about 7 minutes later at 8:39 of the first period, not only did we get a goal, but we got a painful injury to one Kaapo Kähkönen, okay? Roman Josi winds up from the point with a big blast that's headed right for the old 5-hole. And it connected. Let's just say that. Down in the nether region for poor old Kähkönen over there. And to make matters worse, not only did he get hit where you don't want to get hit, but then the puck trickled in between his legs and then into the goal. A painful experience all around as you saw Kähkönen just kind of go down and be a little uncomfortable at that moment. So, sorry, Kaapo. Hope the boys are okay there. Nothing too serious or damaged going on. We don't want any incidents like that, but it hurts to take a shot like that. A big slapper. No one getting a stick on it either. Right to the old cup check. It actually cracked cup check after that one. Poor old Capo. He didn't ask for that. He didn't ask to take a shot to the nether region, but he did. So Jake Allen comes in, and Jake the Snake starts doing Jake the Snake type things. He was making some big saves all over for the rest of the period. He flashed the glove on someone. Was it Nyquist or Forsberg? I don't remember. In the first period. Woo! What a big save. And Jake the Snake played awesome throughout this game. We move into the second. It is tied 1-1. And Novak got the puck. Oh, man, that's right. Novak got the puck. It hit like off of his forehead. Glad to see that he was okay. It was just a dump-in attempt by his teammate. And the puck's rising. And, you know, it hits you in the chin or the cheek or anything like that. You're usually going to get a little cut. But, man, it like right off the noggin there. And scary moment, but glad that he was okay. After that, Jake the Snake, woo, baby, with a save of the year contender on a Predators power play. Jake is kind of sliding over to one side to make the save. So now he's got all of his momentum carrying him, you know, away from the center of the goal, you know, towards the side. And the puck gets passed across to the center. And Jake the Snake, as he's sliding that way, extends the old paddle down and flat on the ice for a save of the year candidate over there. Stopping the Preds on the power play with the big paddle portion of that goalie stick. Woo! Jake the Snake spitting venom on that one. Just an amazing save. And then after that, he had a 2-save sequence that was incredible as well. He gets the first one with his glove, although the rebound is still loose there. He didn't snag it. He just kind of stopped it, and the rebound, you know, goes to the side. And Novak was there. Hitting the head with the puck, staying in the game. He's a hockey player. Novak is there at the side of the net, and Jake the Snake stretches that leg out as far as he can. And just gets it with the pad. 2 saves right in a row. An amazing sequence for Allen there in net. And as we come into the end of the third period, the second period, the captain makes himself a great play going coast to coast, bobbing and weaving his way through neutral ice and into the Predator zone. And he beats the check attempt along the boards. Whoever the hell it was, I would have to look here to see who got that penalty at the end of the third. Lazone going to check Nico Hischier, but he speeds by him, and Lazone can't get him, and he ends up grabbing him. And so you get a holding call with 3 seconds left in the second period, which means there's going to be a 1:57 of power play time to start the third period, which is where we're headed to right now. And what did the Devils do on that power play? Absolutely nothing. Just like, you know, Elaine Bennett's singing War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Huh! Yeah. The time when Jerry told her that War and Peace was actually originally supposed to be called War. What is it good for? Either way, Devils do absolutely jack all on that power play. And we had that stretch there where the power play was looking pretty potent. Now it's kind of back to the poo-poo play because it has just been atrocious again through the last number of games. We, though, as soon as that power play expires, we get some fourth line power, making some magic happen in the third period. What a great hustle play by Tomas Nosek, who sets up Chris the Cobra Tierney. What a nickname over there. The Cobra to go with Jake the Snake. Unbelievable. So the Devils get this goal by Tomas Nosek. Great hustle on the forecheck. And he wins the race of the puck just behind the goal line, and he's able to get it out in front to Tierney, who chips it, and it goes just in between the arm and the body of UC Saros, who's already down in the butterfly position. Great goal for Tierney. Great hustle from Nosek, who, by the way, looks a lot better now than he did earlier in the season. Again, if we're going to look back, if only some of these guys were a little bit more healthy throughout the year, because it looks like him, Timo Meier, actually playing at full strength for once. Either way, we know Nosek isn't going to break the bank points-wise, but it's nice to have, secondary scoring. And getting that from Nosek and the Cobra really helped the Devils out here. They go up 2-1 at 2:11 of the third period, an even strength goal. Tierney, his fourth from Nosek, his fourth assist of the year. And then Jake the Snake, he went to town after that. I mean, he was making save after save after save, but eventually, the Predators do get a power play goal from Evangelista, his 16th of the year. I didn't think I was going to be able to say that name so easily, but Evangelista just came right out there to tie it up 2-2 at 12:45, a power play goal. Now, this was an odd sequence because Kevin Ball took a penalty, okay? And then the Devils kill it off. They did a great job killing it off. And with about 1 second left to go, okay, the Predators try to dump the puck into the zone, okay? So the puck is in midair, all right? And Simon Nemec puts his stick out to hit it, and when he does, it deflects over the glass. Unfortunately, by the letter of the law in the NHL rulebook, that is a delay of game penalty. Sucks. Kind of a crappy rule, especially because the puck was, in midair, not on the ice. Not even near the skates. I mean, it was up there, okay? Kind of a crappy rule, but it is unfortunately the rule. And the Devils go right back onto the PK, and that is where Evangelista scored his 16th. It got in real close. Jake Allen was down. He got a little piece of that puck, but Evangelista roofed it, coming from O'Reilly and Forsberg. Power play goal at 12:45 to tie the game up 2-2. And then the Devils, they withstood everything. They got some good opportunities. Saros and Allen played very well throughout the remainder of the third period, but we're going to overtime. And believe it or not, this is the first overtime since a couple months back when Vitek Vanacek, remember that name? Seems like ages ago. When Vitek Vanacek lost a 1-0 game to the Carolina Hurricanes. Remember that one? Devils played really well. They ended up losing 1-0. It was a heartbreaker there in OT. That's the last time the Devils played in overtime. And we had a nice combination of Jack, Jesper, and Luke. Created a really good opportunity, a little give and go to create some lanes in the center with Jack and Jesper on the wings. Luke comes in trailing. He's got a nice open lane for a shot there. Saros makes the save. We get some odd man rushes. Luke, nice deep play to break up a pass. He did kind of a spin and then back around to get it a second time with his stick down on the ice. And by the way, I forgot to mention this earlier. Luke found himself in one of those positions where he was racing back after his stick broke once again. This time, the defensive effort was able to negate a goal by the opposition. But either way, where we have it, Springs, Jack, and Jesper the other way. That was after that defensive play where Luke was kind of spinning, and he stopped the pass across on his second attempt with his stick. The spin around. Spin-a-rooney. Sucker! It springs Jack and Jesper Bratt the other way. Jesper passes it across to Jack, and he slams one. Oh, Saros just got it with the edge of that leg pad over there. Almost putting it home was Jack Hughes. Luke then took a penalty with about 30 seconds left. Probably a smart penalty at that point with only 30 seconds left to go. Instead of, letting the Preds have the odd man rush opportunities, probably a better chance to kill off a 4-on-3 power play for 30 seconds, which the Devils did. And in the meantime, Tomas Nosek and Brendan Smith almost ended the game as they had a 2-on-none breakaway, shorthanded. But that puck was bouncing all over the place on Tomas Nosek. He barely got control of it and put kind of a, not as crisp a pass over to Brendan Smith. Again, the puck was bouncing on them and jumping all over. Brendan Smith got a shot on net. Saros got a piece of it, and then it was kind of hanging around in the crease, but it was cleared. Nyquist starts going the other way for a breakaway, but time expires before he can get a shot off. And believe it or not, this team is going to only their second shootout of the season. The first one, I think, was like game 3 or 4. Can you believe that? They have not had another shootout since. They probably had more penalty shots this year than they have shootouts. And unfortunately, the Devils don't come through on this shootout. Ryan O'Reilly is the only one to score, coming in really slow in front of Jake Allen. Couple stick handle moves here and there, and he goes low far side, which beats Jake. Timo Meier, I think, missed the net. Jesper Bratt was stopped by Saros, and then Jack Hughes was stopped by Saros as well. Jack was trying to go around and cut across, trying to open up that 5-hole, but Saros unfortunately shut it down, and the Devils lose in the shootout 3-2. They pick up a point, but they really needed 2 in this instance. If they got 2, they only would have been 4 points behind, but now they sit 5 points behind. I think it's the Red Wings. I don't even know who it is anymore. I think it's the Red Wings now that are up in the second wild card. The Devils are 5 points behind with only 4 games to play. That's a lot to make up right there in only 4 games. Are they mathematically eliminated? Not officially yet, but this team looks like it might be just banking on playing spoiler to the Flyers and Islanders at the end of the year. Shots on goal for the Devils, 8-9-5, 3-0 for a total of 25. The Preds, 12-13, 8-2 for a total of 35. Preds actually had the advantage in the faceoffs for this game. 35 wins to the Devils, 28. Preds 1 for 4 on the power play. Devils 0 for 2. Hits 17-12 for the Preds, and the Devils had 16 block shots to the Preds 9. So the life support is still beeping right about now, but it's getting really, really, really faint. Like, the Devils have to win out to make it to the playoffs, to have any sort of chance of making it to the playoffs. They have to win out. Or at least 3 of 4, and then the other teams have to lose out. So these scenarios are not in their favor at this moment. But this game wasn't, for the way they've played the majority of the second half of a back-to-back, this was a vast improvement from some of those previous games. It sucks that they blew that lead in the third. They were up 2-1, and they couldn't hang on to it. And Nosek and Smith had that opportunity, but that bouncing puck really did them in. Like to hear what you think about it on YouTube Live, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, wherever the hell else we're broadcasting that I always forget about. here on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network. It's Devils After Dark. I'm Scotty, and Dubs do not resuscitate. Testament, DNR. DNR, do not resuscitate me. Good old Chuck Billy. Let's check in with the king of the football calls himself right now from the shaking tundra of New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sam, by God! Woo!
Yeah. I wish we could donate our organs with that do not resuscitate this season. Get rid of some of these players on this team. But, well, you know, a while back on the Woo report, I think it was the last Woo report I did, I said, you know, the Devils would have to run the table, but the only mulligan that they could, the only mulligan at that time left was against Nashville, second half of a back-to-back. Just simply didn't happen tonight. I don't think they deserved to win tonight. I mean, Jake Allen bailed this team out.
He did
in so
incredible
many
in
ways.
relief.
I mean, he was just incredible, and there's nothing else I could say. I mean, that unfortunate penalty that Simon Nemitz got. Again, the rule was never intentionally. It was never intended for something like that. You know, it should be clearer in the rule book saying that if you had full control of the puck and you throw it out, that wasn't full control. He just batted out of the air and just happened to go out. You know,
I think that's an amendment that needs to be made in the offseason, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, it's too late now, but it's just one of those things. The other thing, too, is Jake the Snake is making a huge case to be the 1B next year. And, man, if they can find a 1A to complement that 1B and Jake the Snake, that'll be a major improvement for the goaltending on this team. Defensively, that unfortunate, you know, penalty was a 5-on-3 for about a second or two. And then Kevin Ball comes out of the box and, you know, he didn't clear out the crease. And Jake Allen was screened. You need to take out that man that's in front of Jake Allen. He cannot be parked in front of the crease blocking Jake Allen and the Predator. I forget who shot the puck. You know, if that guy wasn't there, Allen would have had a clearer, you know, sight to the puck. But Kevin Ball just stood there and just stick tied him. It does nothing. You got to push it. You got to lay him out. I mean, you can't just let somebody just be that close to your goaltender. And it cost the Devils there. It probably cost them the game because that's the equalizer. And then the Predators gained so much momentum and, you know, in overtime. And, again, Brendan Smith, that no-shake and Brendan Smith, I mean, they almost had it there. But you're talking about, and then you're going to shootout and you've got your $8-something million man, $7.8 million man, another $8 million man, and they couldn't get it done in the shootout. They were not my choice, except for Brad. Timo and Jack were not one of my choices. Were not my choices because, you know, again, I didn't think Timo was that great on the shootout in his career. And Jack Hughes, I mean, at least he got the puck off this time. You know,
I thought they were gonna throw Luke out there at the end instead of Jack. Tell you the truth, but
you know what? He's more of a gamer than Jack right now. Now Beer Baron swears that something's wrong with Jack, and he's probably right. Who knows?
I mean, I think that's what everyone thinks right now. You know, I mean, I feel like I've been saying that for the last 4 months. That there just seems like there's an injury that happened. I mean, he missed time, and when he came back, he wasn't the same. So,
yeah.
I think a lot of us are forgetting that he was out for a while.
The one thing he's lost, because we've been speculating shoulder, or something with his arm. But one thing he's lost is a step in his. He used to have the afterburners. You see it every now and then, but he's lost that elite speed at the right times. And there were a couple times where Jack was getting back. I know he was out on a long shift, but he didn't have that speed to catch up.
I noticed that too. Late in the game, yeah.
Yeah, late in the game. Now, granted, I mean, when you're out there for 2 minutes shift, you're going to be out of gas. But,
this is also Jack Hughes, who played almost like a 6-minute shift at the end of that Islanders game last year, and he had those afterburners, through that whole entire shift. So there's got to be something going on there. It may be multiple things. I don't know. Definitely something with one of those arms or shoulders.
Yeah, or it could be a combination, and he's trying He's trying to, get through it, and I'm reading some of these comments, but I mean, it would take a miracle. I don't think the Devils could even even if the miracle does happen, Scotty. I don't think the Devils can even clinch in the last game of the season. I think the goal right now is to be relevant after that last game of the season against the Islanders, because there are more games to be played in the NHL on Tuesday and the following Wednesday. Right now we got to take baby steps right now, where it's one shift at a time. See if you can put a W against Toronto. Now, Max sent us a spreadsheet. He updated it. I'm going to go over the spreadsheet just for fun, because Max did a great job of all the New Jersey Devils playoff scenarios. And again, we talked about this on Game Day Live, that, again, it's a little disappointing that the Devils got a point, but technically they're still in it. But let's see what happens. Tomorrow, the game that matters is the Penguins at Toronto. So we would want Toronto to win, and you would want the Penguins to wear out Toronto, because why? They're going to play the New Jersey Devils the next game on Tuesday. And check out some of these games. You got the Islanders playing the Rangers at Madison Square Garden on Tuesday. That's going to be a tough game. That's going to be a bloodbath. Then the next game, the Red Wings at the Capitals. Again, two teams vying for one spot. That's going to be exciting scoreboard watching. And the Flyers playing Montreal. The Flyers could lose that game because they've been losing like crazy right now. Capitals, they're playing Detroit in Detroit. And the Sabres, they are playing Dallas. They're probably going to get their, butts kicked in. And obviously the Devils are playing Toronto. But Toronto's coming for the second half of a back-to-back. Plus the Devils will be playing Toronto at home. So the Devils could very well still be alive after Tuesday. All right? Wednesday, nobody's playing. The ones that were in, the Devils are in competition with. And then you go to that Thursday, okay? And Islanders play Montreal on that Thursday. Red Wings at Pittsburgh on that Thursday. So that's going to be, again, interesting to watch. And the Flyers, they play the New York Rangers. And the Capitals and Sabres play as the Devils play Toronto. So it could be very interesting. Maybe the Devils would be still alive technically by Friday. Maybe. But they got to beat Toronto. It's just crazy. I mean, I'm going to preface the saying this, that when we do this podcast, we can't leave any stone unturned. More than likely, 99.2% chance, I guess, the Devils are not making the playoffs. That's your sure bet. But we've seen things happen, just like what happened to Kaapo Kakkonen. You get hit in the nuts, it could change the Shesterkin or not Shesterkin or other goalies could go down, and who knows?
The problem is some of these games are a no-win situation. Detroit, Washington, you're chasing both of them. Whoever wins is gaining on you. And they both have a game in hand as well. So
yeah,
it's to say, like I said, you need teams to completely lose out, and the Devils have to win out at this point.
Yeah,
and the likelihood of that, I mean, again, with these teams playing each other, the Neo Matrix, type of coding that would need to go through for the Devils to actually be able to pull this off is just absolutely insane. Because like I said, that's a lose-lose situation. And recently, it seems like every time we want a game to end in regulation, it goes to friggin' overtime anyway. So if they both end up getting a point, I mean, that's even more of the worst-case scenario. And again, the Devils have no one to look at right now except themselves, because they let so many easy games slip through their fingers throughout this year. Mm-hmm. Very winnable games that they played down to their opponent, and they didn't come through when they had to.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Totally agree with you, Scotty. And, this is going to be a big offseason coming up for the Devils. Because Tom Fitzgerald has to really fix this. And the Devils beat themselves down the stretch. They had all the help they could have wanted down the stretch in terms of these wins or losses.
Sorry, I just saw Supernova's comment that he took Kokkinen took one to the
Oh yeah. Kahk. Very nice, Supernova.
Very nicely done there. And yes, Mark, that's what happened. A big Roman Yossi slap shot that no one got a stick on right from the point. It was a rocket, and then to make matters worse, just to kick dirt on it, it trickled through Kokkinen's legs.
That's a goalie's worst nightmare.
I think that's anybody's worst nightmare.
That's
taking
true.
a puck like that to the nether regions, and then it slips through for a goal as well. But very nicely done, Supernova. I didn't even put that together there. That's a good one.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Sorry, I can't stop. Go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, if Kokkinen wasn't wearing a jockstrap and cup, his reflexes would have been a lot faster, and it would have never happened.
You would have heard one of the loudest high-pitched screams come through on your television in the history of the world.
And the crowd would be silent, dead silent, and you could hear it on TV.
Yeah, that's all you would hear.
And Spalding would be like, Dano, have you ever seen anything like this in your playing career? No, Bill.
I'm sure Dano had to take one there at some point. It would have how many shots he blocked going down like that.
Yeah,
I'm sure it happened to him at some time or another.
Maybe we'll ask him the next time he's on the podcast. Hey, Dano.
We should.
Yeah.
You ever take one right to the old, baby maker there?
We shouldn't be laughing at that, Scotty. I mean, that's rough.
Well, he came back. He was on the bench. He would have been available if something had happened to Allen, so it was okay. And obviously, he was wearing his cup, so it probably just hurt for quite some time there. Maybe gonna have to ice it up afterwards tonight, but he was back on the bench afterwards and everything, and he seems like he's gonna be okay. Yeah. So that's why
maybe they
don't
should
forget
put
your pads, kids.
Yeah, maybe they should put that cup out on eBay, like an authentication.
They could.
Yeah, be like, that's when Kaapo Kokkinen was out of the game, and here's why.
The cracked cup of Kokkinen.
Yeah. That's the only cup that the Devils won this year. This is the Kokkinen Cup.
See him skating around at the end of the year and everything.
He'll win the Bill Masterson Trophy. Move out, Lazar. It's Kaapo Kokkinen. How he came back to the bench after taking one for the team.
Yes.
That's what this podcast is resorted to right now to make ourselves feel a little bit better.
We got to do what we got to do.
Yeah. That's part of the gig, Scotty. Is you got to entertain, no matter what the circumstance.
Keep it rolling.
Play the Titan song as he's like going around, or the Rudy song.
The Rudy song. Oh man. Wait a minute. Do we have 5? No, we have 4 games left, right?
Well, it depends how you look at it. It's games 79,
9,
80,
81, 82. Yeah.
Yep.
It's 4.
Games. Yep. 8
I think I was saying 5 before. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's okay. 4 games.
But 4 games left. JP, are you hearing the mating call of alligators down here? Kaapo Kokkinen. Woo! Supernova's on fire right now. Wow! Codex! Kokkinen got more cups than Lundqvist.
Very nice. That's the line of the day. Supernova and Codex, the lines of the day.
JP Scroat, he wrote.
Oh my God.
Oh,
that's too good. Oh man. Well, yeah, that's what we have. That's what we have going tonight. Kokkinen Cup jokes here on the Old Devils After Dark broadcast. That's how you know the season's in trouble, folks.
So it's all resorted to a jock strap and a cup.
Oh, man. Good golly. Well, they did play a lot better, though. Like we said earlier, even though this was the second half of a back-to-back, the 16th of the friggin' year, the Devils better not have that many this next year. That's for damn sure. But, they did play a lot better considering all things, how much they've struggled, not only in the second half of the back-to-back, but at home as well. They definitely played a lot better tonight.
Jock jokes all-time low, like as in jock jams.
Very nice. It was the cup of a carpenter. Oh, man, was this Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade over here? Oh, boy. You chose wisely, Kaapo Kokkinen.
Well, he chose the cup that was real.
Yeah, he definitely did. Yes. Yeah. He chose the reinforced model tonight. It was a good idea.
And what would happen if he didn't choose the right cup? Big earthquake.
I think, like I said, a gut-wrenching scream, as JP said, like the mating call of alligators, would have been heard coming through the speakers of your television. And a hushed silence falls over the crowd.
Yeah. As Beer Baron is texting us what happened.
Yeah, and you hear Beer Baron up in the stands. Tarps off! Oh man.
Well, at least we can entertain ourselves, Scotty.
Yeah. And like we said, maybe they'll skate the cup of Kokkinen around if they beat the Islanders on the last game of the season. But the Devils played better. They only got a point. They needed that victory, but the slimmest of slim chances are still alive for this team. So that means that Sam Woo and I will be back on Tuesday after the Toronto Maple Leafs game for another rip-roaring edition of Cup Jokes here on Devils After Dark.
And, of course, Vinny Parisi and Sam and Short Sky for Game Day Live. Before all the madness starts, as the Devils are not done just yet. Not completely cooked.
Read Max's comment and the YouTube.
And Dawson Mercer voice. Hey, I tried. I threw everything at it. Now give me a beer. Man.
The Red Solo Cup.
Oh, man. The puck trickled in. That's right. That's right. Oh. Well, Capo he didn't forget to shake there, and that's when the cup that's when the puck trickled in.
He should get the first star of the game.
Oh, he should. He should. Oh, man. All right, Sam Woo. Let's wrap this bad boy up. I'm glad we were able to joke around and have a little fun here, as we're experiencing an underwhelming Devil season, coming, close to a close over here. Again, they're still not officially eliminated, but the chances are mightily, mightily slim. And we'll be hoping that they can pull off the miracle. But they need them to do it, and they're going to need a lot of help from other teams as well. But that's why they play 82 games and not just 78. So we'll see what they have in store. They pulled out a surprise victory against Toronto. What was that, like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago? So maybe they got their number. If they can get 2 in a row against Toronto, that should give them some really, really good momentum going into the final 2 against Philly and the Icelanders.
Let's just hope, Scotty, that they're still relevant by Friday.
Yes.
That would be
was
a
a
major
one cup
victory.
save by Oh, Lordy. All right. Let's wrap it up, Sam Woo.
I will say, though, because I've been getting trolled by a few New York Ranger fans in the last couple of days. I want to say this. The Rangers, I wasn't too impressed with the Rangers the other night when the Devils played them. But there's a chance that the Islanders or the Capitals could fill that spot in the first round against the Rangers. And they're going to have their hands full because if you're going against Tom Wilson and the Capitals, that should be a good series. And also, naturally, the Islanders-Rangers series would be a bloodbath in itself. With Patrick Waugh now manning, the coaching position on Long Island, and Lou Lamoriello, they know what these games mean. And, the Rangers, these fans can laugh.
Who cares
all
about
they
the
want.
Rangers?
Yeah, I know, but I get trolled by them every day, Scotty. So, I don't think the Rangers are going anywhere, to be honest. But just wanted to tell you. All right.
Okay.
Is that it, Scotty? Should I hit the music?
That's it. Let's wrap it up.
All right. Got to find it now. There we go. There we go. Well, want to thank all those tuning in, dropping the podcast at midnight. We'll be back on Tuesday. Game Day Live and Devils After Dark. Keep it here for the latest. And maybe we'll have a Capo Kakinen Cup celebration on April 15th as we'll hang the jockstrap somewhere in American Whiskey. But till next time, let's go Devils.